Hello and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I am Fatima Sediki for the news headlines. Tinubu governors to sign health pact with WHO. Federal government allocates 23 billion naira for airport aerodrome repairs. Local production of weapons will save revenue. Rep says federal government to punish women who protect pedophile husbands. Disclose how much oil Nigeria produces, exports, SERAP tells NNPC. ICPC pushes for joint effort to end corruption in Nigeria. Appreciate military personnel sacrifice, Naval chief urged Nigerians. FRSC to prosecute drivers loading humans with animals. NOC lament poor funding for African Games, Paris 2024 Olympics preparations. Now, the news in details. President Bola Tinubu and the 36 governors will on Tuesday sign an agreement that will reform the health sector. The Health Renewal Pact, involving some international partners, is the climax of this year's World Universal Health Coverage Day. The federal government has planned to spend a sum of 23 billion naira on the rehabilitation of airports, aerodromes, and health navigational equipment in the 2024 fiscal year. The figure, which is part of the federal government executive proposal of the 2024 appropriation bill, also earmarked over 63.3 billion naira for the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development. A member of the House of Representatives, Babajimi Benson, has said the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria Act 2023, recently signed into law by President Bola Tinubu, will end Nigeria's perennial importation of military hardware, software, and other equipment. Benson, who sponsored the bill, said, with the signing, Nigeria might become an exporter of weapons, thereby generating foreign currency. The federal government has said women who protect husbands that molest their children will also be charged with negligence. The Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy, who said this, stressed that the government will no longer tolerate mothers whose children have been molested. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has urged the Group Chief Executive Officer of Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, to publish details of barrels of oil Nigeria produces and exports every day and revenues generated from oil since the removal of subsidy on petrol in May 2023. SERAP urged him to disclose how much of the revenues generated from oil have been remitted to the public treasury since the removal of subsidy on petrol. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has advised Nigerians to unite to end corruption in the country. The commission noted that it is pertinent in tackling the elephant in the room that is militating against the nation's socio-economic development and growth. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, has said personnel of the Nigerian Armed Forces should be appreciated for their service and commitment towards securing the country. He noted that spouses and families of personnel should also be appreciated, adding that their efforts have enabled personnel to give their best during various operations. The Commercial Federal Road Safety Corps, Govt, has ordered sector commanders to immediately set up a joint task force to conduct special patrol operations that will apprehend trailers and trucks carrying humans and animals. The joint task force comprises the Nigeria Police Force, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigerian Army, Vehicle Inspection Office, and state government. The last on the news is sports. The Nigeria Olympics Committee is worried that poor finances are affecting National Sports Federation's preparations for next year's African Games and Paris 2024 Olympics. NOC media officer Tony said that the poor economic situation in the country has put the federations under pressure as they strive to give their athletes adequate training and exposure to excel at the international events next year. We have come to the end of the news. Here's a recap of the story. Tinubu governors to sign health pact with WHO. Federal government allocates 23 billion naira for airport aerodrome repairs. Local production of weapons will save revenue, Rep says. Federal government to punish women who protect pedophile husbands. Disclose how much oil Nigeria produce. Export, SERAP tells NNPC. ICPC pushes for joint effort to end corruption in Nigeria. Appreciate military personnel sacrifice. Naval chief urge Nigerians. FRSC to prosecute drivers loading humans with animals. NOC laments poor funding for African Games, Paris 2024 Olympics preparations. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News at 9. Remember, it is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with the tap at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Fatima Siddiqui. Do have a good night.